What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Superman-a-thon, or as I like to call it, the Summer of Superman. Now, before we get started, I do want to apologize for not uploading an episode of Superman-a-thon for the past 2 or 3 weeks. It's just that I've been really busy with summer. You know, it's called summer for a reason. You're supposed to go outside and have fun, and that's what I've been doing. Plus, I missed a movie to review, The Amazing Spider-Man. I was supposed to review that movie, but I never had the chance. But I'm going to keep being busy reviewing these movies and also doing a couple of other videos as well, so no more delays. Let's get started going back to YouTube. Now, this is going to be fun. Today we are going to talk about Superman 3. And here's something I had no idea about. Richard Donner did not direct Superman 2. As a matter of fact, there was a guy named Richard Lester. Now that's really weird. Basically what happened was they weren't working together making the first Superman movie, and both of these Richards didn't really like each other. They kept fighting and fighting. They kept getting in arguments. And Richard Donner made a statement. If Richard Lester's gonna have a part of the next Superman movie, I don't want any part of it. Holy crap, what the hell happened? And it didn't matter. He made Superman 2. And it was a good Superman movie. There was a lot of plot holes, but it was still a good one. Now we're coming to Superman 3. For some reason, Lester decided to make it a comedy movie. Boy, does the comedy fail. We're gonna make a movie where Superman has to deal with the comedian Richard Pryor. Boy, there's a lot of Richards involved with the old Superman movies, huh? And he's gonna fight an evil, asshole version of himself, where we're gonna make a, this hacker make all computers act all stupid and shit. It's gonna be the best Superman movie ever. So, sit back, relax, and watch me suffer as I have to review Superman 3 for you guys. So here we go. Here's my review of Superman 3. Because it's a October.
When it's time for adventure, it's time for Superman. Alexander Salkind presents Christopher Reeve and Richard Pryor in Superman 3.
I'm just gonna rant. Right off the bat. There's no cool intro. You know, in the first 2 Superman movies where you were in space and the words came up? Yeah, that's not in this movie. You know what's in this movie? Slapstick humor. People that are acting like idiots all over Metropolis as the title of the movie flashes by out of nowhere, and little cast. It's like the stupidest intro I've ever seen in my life. The humor in this movie isn't really that funny, even by Richard Pryor's sake. I don't know what the hell he was thinking of making the character like this. Richard Pryor's funny. He's really funny. If you watch some of his stand-up, he's a really funny guy. I don't know. I don't think it was his fault that he acted so badly. I think it's the director, Richard Lester. He directed him badly. It was horrible. It's not always the acting that's bad, it's the directing of the acting. And that definitely shows in this movie. Except for Christopher Reeve. Christopher Reeve does very well in this movie. Not just as Superman, but as evil Superman. I don't even really know why they're calling him evil Superman. He just acted like a douchebag. Putting the Leaning Tower of Pisa back straight, blowing out the Olympic fire, not saving a bunch of people, having sex with a whore, putting a hole in a ship and spilling oil over the water. It's not really more necessary to evil. It's just an asshole. And I will admit the whole fight scene between Clark and evil Superman, which still was kind of confusing to me. I think it would make more sense if we just went into Superman's head and as he's trying to fight this evilness in him. Not just having Clark Kent come under the bad Superman and they're fighting. I mean, the fight scene was cool, but the whole segment that was like the stupidest thing. They have different type of kryptonite that doesn't really kill him, it just makes him an asshole? Gee, I believe there's another kryptonite of that called red kryptonite? Red kryptonite. That's what makes him an asshole. That's what kind of changes his personality. Why just have regular kryptonite? There was red kryptonite back then. Regular kryptonite only kills him. It's the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life in a Superman movie. The only thing that really aggravates me about this movie is that Lois Lane. She's in the movie, but she's not the main focus. It's Lana Lang, played by Annette O'Toole. Matter of fact, what's even the point of having Lois Lane? She's barely in the movie, just in the beginning and the ending. That's it. This movie was actually okay, in the beginning with the whole Superman having to save those people in that fire factory or whatever the hell it was, that factory thing that was on fire in Smallville. That part was cool. But Superman, you have freeze breath. You have super breath, you know that, right? You could easily just blow out the fire and everything. Why do you have to go fly by a lake, use your, your ice breath, and carry the frozen, river, lake, whatever it was, and drop it in a factory, therefore it's raining? Just use your super breath. So So there was a lot of cool scenes in Superman 3, but a lot of times it doesn't even feel like a Superman movie. It feels more like an unfunny comedy with starring Richard Pryor. That's what it feels like. Superman's not the star of Superman 3, it's Richard Pryor! That's what I want to see, yeah! The bad guy in this movie, I can't remember his name right now. He seemed like a ripoff of Lex Luthor. And by the way, spoiler if you didn't see the movie. What the hell happened to him? Did he die or something? They didn't show Superman put him in jail or anything. He just was, oh, there'll be... I don't know what Superman says, but I don't know what the hell happened to him. That was not explained at all. The scary robot that you see Superman fight in the end of the movie was creepy. Every time that scene came by when I was a kid, I would always run away, run to the other room, and turn my TV up really up before I do it. And then when I hear Superman defeat that robot, I come back and watch the movie. I don't know what they were thinking. That was so creepy. But besides my whole rants and everything, it is a decent movie to watch. There are tons of pointless scenes, terrible plot holes, it's horrible acting a lot of times. I feel bad for Richard Pryor and Christopher Reeve for being in the movie. I mean, I don't know. This is just a bad movie. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not a good. It's not good. It's really not good. Let's just go to ratings. So here's my score for Superman 3. It's not good, but it is decent to watch. So I give it a, let's say a 3 out of 10. See what I did there? Superman 3, and yeah, it's still pretty bad. So I hope you enjoyed my review of Superman 3. Sorry if it seemed a little bit rush paced, but I do want to hurry up and get the rest of this marathon done. Maybe I won't even do once a week. Maybe I'll try to do more than a week or whatever. I'll try to upload a lot of videos of Supermanathon. Maybe I'll stop doing Supermanathon for a while so I can review regular movies, because there's a lot of cool movies that came out this month. So yeah, I do want to talk about those movies. Those movies are Ted, Amazing Spider-Man, and then The Dark Knight Rises. Holy crap, that movie's gonna be epic! So, I hope you like this review. Take care, and I'll see you next time for